Hey everyone, it's Jen. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I wanted to share with you some projects I made for KSCraft, and these are dies and stamps from the July release. July at KSCraft is traditionally Halloween release, so yeah, really fun dies. I made a whole bunch of them, so I hope you enjoy. I will show you my projects. I will take some measurements. They'll all be linked down below in the AliExpress store. Of course, if you have any questions, leave them down below or comments. Okay, so the first set that I used is this one. This one's called the Treat Banner Bag Topper. So it comes with all of these dies and they make a beautiful substantial bag topper with two different sentiments. There's candy and treats. Of course, you don't have to use this for Halloween. I mean, candy and treats are good all year long. So this is the bag topper part. So when you fold it there at the score line, it creates a bag topper. And then there are layering pieces for it and then the words. So I use that. And then let me just show you the next one first before I show you my project. This is the Halloween cookies, and this was the one I was so excited to use the most. I love making cookie projects, ones that look like little gingerbread cookies or sugar cookies. So yeah, I couldn't wait to get started with these. So this has 5 different kinds of cookies. They all have their outline piece. There's a bat, a ghost, a skeleton, a witch hat, and a spider web. And then there are some have just one layering piece, like the ghost has one with stitch detailing, that cute little face. And so does the bat. The witch has the stitch layer, but then also a brim for that, or not a brim, just like a sash for the hat. The spider web has this layer and then the more intricate like spider web part. And then the skeleton has the stitch part and then the little bones too. And this is, I thought it would be more difficult to cut out. It's actually very easy. It's just 3 pieces, the main part of the skeleton and then the 2 arm bones. So this is the first project that I made. I used some pastel Halloween papers. That's just my favorite way to make Halloween projects, but I do have some traditional to show you as well. So for the bag topper, isn't that cute? You can, if you want to, you can vary the papers you use for this layering piece, the stitched one, and then for this one back here, but I liked how it looked with the same paper. And I used some aqua paper to make the bag topper itself. You can see that's the back of it. Sorry if I was out of frame there. And then for the word treats, I cut it out twice of some white glitter paper and basil almond cream, which is my favorite cookie kind of paper. And then this is a cabochon I had in my stash from Temu, I think. The bow was yellow and that didn't go with my project, so I used my acrylic markers from Ohuhu and colored the bow aqua, and then I added some white polka dots with my gel pen, so now it fits in perfectly. And then the cookies, aren't they so cute? Let me measure the bag topper first. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So this measures, it's about 5 inches, and then top to bottom, it's about 1.5. So this is like a standard A2 card size envelope, so it fits perfectly on there. And then, okay, so for the cookies, let me open this up to show you. I used removable glue dots from scrapbook.com that are not removable at all, so I'm not going to take that off. But these are the cookies that I made, and each one I made with basil almond cream paper for the base, and then I used some tan foam. I think this was from Joann's, but Hobby Lobby has tan 2-inch foam as well, and it really makes them look like cookies. I used some Vintage Photo Distress Oxide and just brushed it on the edges to make it look like it was baked. And then for the skeleton and the ghost, I used just white glitter paper. For the spider web, I used white glossy paper to look like, like royal icing, and then I used a pink glitter paper for the spider web itself. And then for the bat and the witch hat, I also used glossy paper, but then I glued on some faux sprinkles just to, emphasize the cookie part. And then I used aqua glitter for the brim on the witch hat. And these are put on using definitely removable glue dots, so whoever gets this can take these off and use them. This paper comes from a Michaels pastel paper pad from a few years ago. So I thought that was just such a cute little gift. So there's that one. And then I did make the candy treat topper too. Let me just show you the next die set that I used, die and stamp set. This is called the Halloween sentiment strips. So KSCraft has been doing these sentiment strips for lots of different holidays, and I love them. So first of all, you get the dies, and you can see this one has registration dots on it, there, and there, and that just means when you stamp, well, let me show you the stamp. This is the stamp of the sentiments, and I'll show you all of them. But when you stamp this out, this is just one big stamp. It stamps out those dots. So then when you go to cut it out, you just put the die over the dots and it lines it up perfectly for you. And then there's this. This is a layering piece, goes behind this die set, or, you know, the cutouts go behind it to just add a different color, and it makes it look kind of like, you know, like split wood or something like that, like spooky wood. So I made another little like gift pack, and this is how that looks. We'll just start with the bag topper. I used this little Halloween paper in my stash, also the black one back there for to make the bag topper itself. It's got little stars on it. I just have a bunch of random Halloween paper pads that I picked through. And then for the word candy, I used white paper and then black glitter paper and just staggered them a little bit. And then I got these little like nail art ghosts from Temu, so I thought those were a good scale for this project, so I just added them there. And then here are the little sentiment strips. These are just some of them. I still have others that I didn't put in here, so you know, you just do the work once and then you have a whole bunch of sentiment strips, and these are also put on with removable glue dots. So I did some heat embossing with the sentiments with gold embossing powder, and stamped them onto just plain white paper. And then for the background die, I used like some aqua paper and basil almond cream. And then I added some these are little clay bits from Doodlebug, the ghosts and the stars, the little pumpkins. I think those are from Ali or Temu. And then I added a couple of cabochons that I thought went nicely with this set, and I just think this will be a nice thing to gift, because isn't it nice to have sentiments already pre-cut when you're doing a project. Let me measure. There are like small, medium, and large of these dies, but the large one is about 3.5 inches. They're all about not even half an inch, maybe like 3/8 of an inch top to bottom. So that's the long one. The medium one is almost 2 3/4. And then, isn't there a smaller one? Or this is the medium one. That must be the smallest one. That is about 2 7/8. So really, really cute, I think. I love the cabochons too. Those are also on removable glue dots. So also a gift. Okay, so that is that project. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this is the Halloween 3x3 card, and it comes with all of these dies. This is the piece that makes the card. You can see it folds right here after your die cut it, so it's like a spiderweb card. And then it comes with the layering pieces, 3 more layering pieces. You have the stitched layer, this like outline layer for the spider web, and then this more like intricate spider web. And I love the details. Some of the points are swirled, some are just pointed. The swirls go in different directions. Cuts out super easy. Here's the envelope to create it. Mine is defective, which I let Hannah know about that, and she's just going to make sure that all of them are not. It's probably just mine, but mine, the bat doesn't come out cleanly, so I just kind of covered it up. But if you look on the product page, the bat is supposed to pop out there. So anyway, this makes a really easy envelope for a 3x3 card. So you could use it for this spiderweb card or your own card, or just like a little gift envelope. It's up to you, but I did make 2 cards. So here is the first one. And I added, do you remember when Target had those like foam stickers, the spritz stickers in that like cylinder container for $5? I've been using that for years and I still have tons of them. So I put that there. I cut out a sentiment from one of my Halloween paper pads, and this is Halloween paper. If you use a double-sided piece of paper, it makes your envelope look really nice when you open it. So this it's for a 3x3 card, but the envelope is about 3¼ inches, so it leaves plenty of room for your 3x3 card. So that's the front of mine. And then the back, since I had to cover up that bat, I used one of those, you know, that bat ribbon that a lot of us got from Michael's last year. It's like this PVC vinyl kind of ribbon. Anyway, I just cut off one of the bats and glued it on the back, and you could see the pretty like scallop cutout design on the envelope. And I added some Velcro dots there, and that's the inside paper of my envelope. So it, like I said, it's nice to have double-sided. And here's the little card I made, the first one. I have another one to show you too. I kind of wanted this to look like a cookie, so I used basil almond cream to make the card, and then I used some glossy papers for the rest of the layers. I used gold metallic for the spider itself, and then this is a rub-on transfer from, is it Dollar Tree? I think it might have been from Dollar Tree, but I just put that spider there. And then when you open it up, it says boo, and it's just a cute little, you know, like 3x3 basically card. Yeah, about 3x3 card. So just a cute little gift to, you know, a gift enclosure or something like that. Good for your swaps, or, you know, just like a cute little note. And like I said, you could put other things in here besides the Spiderweb card, but it is very cute. And then the other one I made looks like this, the traditional Halloween colors. And then these are some little, like, forget where I got these. Did someone give me those spiders? They're just like little cabochons, so I glued on there. I love this little cat with the candy corn outfit on. And then I love this like candy paper. This is from DCWV, I believe. And then here's a little felt bat from Dollar Tree. I just glued onto there. And you open it up, looks like that. And then this is this card. So the spider that I cut out comes from, let's see, that comes from a different die set. I didn't open it up yet. I just wanted the spider, but this is a Spiderweb banner. This is super cute. I just haven't gotten to put it together yet. I will link it down below, but I used that smaller spider to die cut and put on the front for a couple times, and just cut this out of another paper. But I love these colors too. I used a Spiderweb paper for the card. I used a spider paper for the layering piece, and then just purples and black glitter for the Spiderweb itself. And then that's the inside. This is a sequin from Target. So isn't that cute? All right, so that's that one. And then I just have one more little project to share with you. This is the Halloween paper clip. Let me get that out. Okay, so the Halloween paper clip comes with 3 different paper clips. Comes together so quickly. There's a ghost, skull and crossbones, and the bat. So it cuts out the paper clip and then the layering pieces. So let me show you mine. This one, I put Nuvo drops on it, so I'm going to be careful not to touch it. So this is the skull and crossbones, obviously. I used white glossy paper to make the paper clip. I used aqua glitter paper for the skull, but then I used some purple foam to layer it on top. I just like how that color peeks out the bottom. And yeah, I added these like reddish, let's see what color, this Nuvo drop, it's called Blushing Red. So I just wanted to add something onto this to make it stand out a little bit. So this is, let's see, don't touch, almost 3 inches, about 2 7/8 top to bottom, and then across it is, let's see, about 1 3/4. So cute, right? So that's the skull and crossbones. And then here's the ghost. And I used pink foam for that one, white glitter paper. And then I used another one of those sequins. I think that looks pretty good there. So just glued that on, sequin from Target. It came in one of those little bottles last year or the year before, I don't know. And then here is the ghost, the bat. And it's got the black glitter paper. I used teal foam underneath. And then this is just like a cut apart from one of my collections. Got some glue there. Isn't that cute? He is, I didn't measure the ghost, but you get the idea. They're all the same length pretty much, about 2 7/8. This one's pretty wide. It is about 2 3/4 side to side. So really great for your journals, you know, traveling notebooks, scrapbooks. Oh, and I wanted to show you the other sentiments too. I forgot. These were the ones that were left over from the sentiment strips. There's Trick or Treat, and You've Been Booed, and Monster Mash, and Fright Night. So you get a ton of them after you know, just stamp them. If you want to heat emboss them, do that. Then die cut them, and then add them to whatever color background you want. And then, you know, you don't have to add embellishments, but if you have those cute little clay bits or sequins or whatever, it's a great place to use them. All right, you guys, so that is it for today. Hope you enjoyed these projects. I loved making them and pretending it's fall. If you have any questions, let me know. They'll all be linked down below. And please leave me a comment. I'd love to know what you think about these, if you're in the mood for Halloween crafting yet. So that's it for now. I'll be back soon with more crafting videos. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. And thanks for coming back. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.